Hello guys, and welcome to my 7th video tutorial on PHP. And in this video we are going to talk about the global scope and local scope of a variable. So let's start and type a variable called x. Okay, so you know already how to make variables. We have to type always the first the dollar sign, and then we can give whatever name we want to the variable. I'm going to call it x. And now we're going to give a value to that variable or store a value into the variable. You can type strings or integers, which are numbers. So we can type everything we want basically into a variable, okay? So let's give integer 1, okay, as a value to that variable. And now I'm going to type a function, and probably some of you guys don't know what a function is or how functions work, because you didn't saw my JavaScript video tutorials, okay? So if you want to jump to the next video, you can go straight away to my next video. But what I recommend you guys to do is, if you didn't saw my JavaScript tutorials, or you don't know anything about JavaScript, I recommend you guys to, before you learn PHP, go back to my JavaScript tutorials and learn JavaScript, okay? I recommend you guys always to learn JavaScript before PHP. So for you guys that already know or follow my JavaScript tutorials and know what functions are and how they work, let's type a function named test. Okay, and here we are going to type echo x, variable x. And now to run this function, or to run this code, echo x, which holds integer 1, we have to type the name of the function, right? Test, and don't forget the parentheses, and at the end, semicolon. So now we will run this code here, okay? And let's see what that does. And don't forget, guys, before you run any code in your browser, you have to run Apache and MySQL on your XAMPP control panel. Okay, so let's refresh, and we have an error. Okay, so the error says undefined variable x, and you'll have a lot of times, you'll see a lot of times this kind of error, okay? But if you look carefully, this will be very useful to you, because normally when we have PHP errors, you have the reason of the error here, and also where the code, in which file the code is, or the error is, in which file. In this case, we have the error in the code in vars.php, and then you have, this is very important, on line 8. Okay, imagine you have 500 lines of code. Okay, if you have an error, you don't know what the error is, sorry, and you'll have a notice where the problem, or what the problem is. And you'll also have the name of the file, and the most important thing, the line, the number of the line. So line 8, we have the problem in line 8, so we know that the problem is here. And the problem says undefined variable. This means that the variable x doesn't have any value, okay? It's a null value, okay? So why is that? We have a value here that we gave to x, but now we want to echo that with a function, or inside a function, and it doesn't work, okay? This happens because it's different. Give a value outside a function, it's different to give a value inside a function, okay? And if you don't give a value inside inside a function, if you don't give a value to the variable x, it's like you don't have any value at all in x, because x inside a function, it's different from the variable x outside a function. Okay, this is one variable and this is another, even if they have the same name, right? So we call this the global scope of the variable. Okay, and if you guys know how to make comments in XHTML and in JavaScript, this is how you make comments in PHP now, okay, with these symbols. Okay, so this is a global scope of a variable, which is any value you give to a variable outside functions, and inside a function we call that local scope of a variable. Okay, so we have to give a value to echo x. We have to give a value to x first. Okay, so we have to give, let's say, 1, the same as here. Oh, instead of 1, let's change that and give 2. Now it should run. Okay, 2. Okay, you see that even if we have an x or a variable with the same name with one integer 1, if we echo and we define a variable x with some other value, the function or the code will run the value of the variable defined inside that function. Okay, so it has nothing to do, the variables defined inside functions, from the variables outside functions, even if they have the same name. Okay, so we can define also, I don't want to go into that, but if you want to go and learn more about how to define functions, variables inside functions in PHP, you can go to php.net and search that. But I know that you can define global variables like this. Okay, so I think that means that that variable is global outside and inside a function, and you can also define static variables. Okay, I'm not sure how that works or how static variables work, but I'm not used to. Usually I don't use those kind of define or predefine variables in functions in PHP. But if you want to learn more about that, you can go to php.net, okay? Or I think in Web3 schools you can also learn how to use or how to define different kinds of variables inside functions. So this is it. You now know how to what global scope and local scope is, okay? And if you guys have any questions at all, you can send me a message or go to php.net and search for yourself. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. And the next video we're going to learn the predefined variables that exist in PHP. Okay, so see you guys later, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.